Well, alright everybody, it's been a little bit, but I'm back. This is Thesaurus Borealis 49. It's 3:12 a.m. my time, and it's Elder Scrolls Online Plus free weekend. So, I gotta finish up what I'm doing, screwing around with this little dude, whatever quest that is, and then I'm gonna go pick one of the DLCs and get on it and see if I can get it done before time is out. So, I'm gonna go take a quick smoke, and I will be back here in just a second. Y'all come in and check us out. Always like and subscribe if you can. I always appreciate it. Alright, let's quit screwing around.
What's going on? I was able to get this far, but I still feel the approaching dread and building terror. Did you talk with the spirit?
Was a bunch of douchebags.
I told you my father was a bastard, but what he did happened many years ago. I had no part in that. Why should I have to suffer for what he did? It doesn't matter. Listen, you need to convince the ghost to move on.
Well, maybe the curse should stand.
Please, convince the spirit that we suffered enough. My mother ordered the hired guards to reclaim this place no matter the cost. It's out of my hands. These men will kill anyone who gets in their way.
I'm in a hurry right now, and I'd rather kill them than screw around with whatever I would have to do to stop the haunting, so...
Damn it, I tried to warn you. Remember that. I tried. I'm leaving before the ghost makes my head explode or something. I'd run if I were you.
Yeah, whatever.
Useless, the both of you. We'll handle this ourselves. Go around! Flank! Now!
Every Baelborn who dares to return to this land shall fall.
What happened here?
The Baelborn heir. He could have been my son, if Maurice had only stood up to his evil mother. Instead, he let her lock me in that tower. What happened? Only what was meant to be.
But what happened to Aethel, specifically?
He ran headfirst off this cliff. The curse remains in place, just as Takneen promised when he first appeared to me in the tower. You know, I never asked what happened to my child. It's comfort enough that Takneen continues to honor our bargain.
Well, I guess if you say so.
You aren't a Baelborn. Besides, we believed that you would do the right thing. I hope my child grew up with the same virtues that you demonstrated here. Thank you.
Okay. Whatever you say, lady. Just give me that thing. Okay. Let's see. Put the spirits to rest. And any XP boosts right now? Do we have any XP scrolls? Aha, I do. I think Merkmeyer is probably the newest one, so I'm gonna do that one. I guess we're off to Merkmeyer, everybody. Oh boy. On the other side of the entire continent of Tamriel. What's this place called? I'm drawing a blank. Just stupid. I should know this. Read enough of this lore, this Elder Scrolls series.
Fancy a life of treasure hunting? Cyrodiilic Collections needs you!
Oh, sweet. Achievement and a pet. Black Marsh. That's what it's called.
Do you
That's
like
where the
treasure?
lizard people are from.
Come explore the swamp with Cyrodiilic Collections.
Okay, just 1 second. Oh, sweet. Maybe I should go to each one of these and accept each one of the quests to see if I get some cool stuff for showing up the places. That's pretty cool. But I'm gonna do this first.
Oh, hello there. Always a pleasure to see a new face. Welcome to Lilmoth, the festering jewel of Black Marsh. Argonian words, not mine. Doesn't strike me as all that festery, but I digress. How would you like to join an exciting expedition? Oh, the most
What kind?
worthy kind of expedition. A journey into the distant past. Well, not the literal past, I mean. That would be crazy. We're exploring one of the Argonians' ancient Zanmir pyramids to find a priceless relic, the Kajinjat crystal.
Ooh, crystals.
Oh, to preserve it for future
Like
generations,
Suma
of course. So much of the Argonians' unique history has been lost. With your help, we can pull this antiquity out of the mud and share it with the world. Discovery, adventure, what could be better?
Alright, sounds fun.
You've made a great choice in joining us, friend. The other members of our expedition have already gathered near the western gate. I'll be along shortly. Just need to check on a few things. This is exciting, right?
So who are you exactly?
Oh dear. Where are my manners? I apologize. My name is Famia Mercius, or Famia Speaks with Round Tongue to the locals. I'm Cyrodiilic Collection's chief antiquarian here in Murkmire.
What's that?
Cyrodiilic Collections is a fellowship of historians dedicated to recovering Argonian antiquities. But, unlike other treasure hunters, we don't sell relics for profit. We plan to build a museum here to share Murkmire's treasures with the world.
How long have you lived here?
Oh, just over 3 years at this point. I'll admit, it takes some getting used to, but once you... Ow! Ooh! Sorry. Once you settle in, you'll never want to leave.
Yeah, anything you know about this pyramid that I need to know?
Doing your research, huh? Excellent. The local Argonians call it Ishtaj Thitithil Met. Literally, the exact egg cracker. Evocative, right? We just call it the Ishtaj Zanmir. I have it on good authority that we'll find the Kajinjat crystal inside.
What's so special about this crystal?
Apparently, it was vital to some kind of ritual, but that could mean practically anything. According to my research, ancient Argonians performed rituals constantly, large and small. Even so, this crystal clearly deserves a place in our collection.
Right. Anything else in there?
Oh, most certainly. Jewelry, idols, who knows? We sell some of these more common items to private collectors. Not for a profit, mind you. Just enough to keep the operation afloat.
Right.
For the most part, no, they don't. The Argonians here in Murkmire, they don't see things the way we do. When we first arrived, I tried to include the locals in our work, to get their blessing, you know?
How'd that go?
Fine, I guess. The truth is, the Argonians just don't care about their history all that much. They live in the now. Past, future, those concepts are totally foreign to them. Once our museum is finished, though, I'm sure they'll take an interest.
I'm sure there's no allegories here, anybody. No. Alright, I'm gonna go.
Get yourself a drink. And one for me.
Where am I supposed to go? Lilith's Western Gate. Where's there? Huh. Oh, there's a whole town here. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Your eyes are as lovely as muddy puddles, found deep within the swamp.
Ah, fresh meat. More gold for Zadaza when you die. So, Famia reels in another adventure, eh? This one admits you seem stronger than most. Zadaza gives you 2 in 3 chance of surviving. Fair odds, yes?
Is this place really that dangerous?
Ha! Only for wide-footed bumblers. Unfortunately, Famia has a weak eye for talent, and Murkmire is full of clumsy risk-takers. But don't worry, Walker. This one has been on 5 expeditions with Famia, and only seen people eaten by salamanders twice. Only this. When we find treasure, take no more than you can carry comfortably. A heavy purse will make you slow, and being slow will make you dead. Oh, and if you see Zadaza running, you should run too, in the same direction. Simple.
Okay.
Any other questions for Zadaza? Or do you simply wish to get to the running, dodging, and screaming?
Let's get to the loot and the XP.
Confidence. Initiative. Excellent. These are wonderful traits that will almost certainly get you killed. Do not worry. Zadaza will ensure that your legend lives on by scooping up your bloody gear and selling it. Ah, Famia arrives.
Okay.
I'm coming. I'm coming straight away. Just give me a moment. So, you found our fellow travelers. Excellent. Whew, I think we're almost ready to depart. There is one thing I need your help with before we begin our adventure in earnest, though.
What?
The ancient Argonians locked the Zonmir up tight, and not just with metal locks. They infused the stone with sun... I'm glad you asked. There are flecks of yellow glass scattered all over Murkmire. We call them Baka stones, and each one contains a bit of ancient magicka. Put enough of them together, and you can activate all sorts of things. Things like doors.
Okay, so where are they?
Out in the marsh, I'm afraid. I sent a few of my best people to gather the stones for me, and agreed to meet them later. With your help, it shouldn't take long. Can I count on you to accompany me?
Okay, let's go.
Follow me. If we get separated, I'll find you at the next stop, all right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's not that big, I guess.
Ashraf's bag. Was he chased off by one of these salamanders? Keep an eye out. What? I can just take it? Huh. Well, that makes me feel bad now. It was just floating around. Stenya's sword. Oh, she loves that sword. Oh dear, oh dear. This is troubling. Come, let's hurry. I need to...
Is that a big one of the little pets that I have? Oh wow, looks like it. Freaking die out. I'm getting sidetracked. Screw around there.
Looks like Zukas hasn't arrived yet. No Dainia or Eshraf either. We should look around. Zukas should be... We use this hut as a gathering place of sorts. For now, I suppose. Nothing lasts forever out here in the marsh. What's that? Eshraf's journal? And another stone? Oh, this doesn't look good at all. Wait. Zuka, you should take this moment to introduce yourself. I need to speak with
You
Zuka.
did not wait too long.
What's up, Zukas?
Greetings, Biko, and welcome to Murkmire. My name is Zukas. I am wondering, who are you? Forgive the rushed introduction. I find that trading names and intentions makes for calmer waters. We understand each other, I think.
My name is Thesaurus Borealis. I'm helping Famia investigate the nearby Zanmir.
Then this Vaka stone belongs to you, I think. Friend Famia never tires of poking around in the old hard nests. I do not know why, but very few dry-skin habits make sense to me. The Zanmirs are very dangerous. Do you have a guide?
Oh, are you volunteering?
Ha, no. Truthfully, there is nothing in the Zanmirs that interests me. I hope you have a good reason for taking this journey. I should point out that simple greed is not a good reason.
Well, there's some kind of cool crystal that this lady's looking for.
Ah, this does not surprise me. I hope you will not let her come to harm. Famia is a worthy friend. She honestly tries to do right by the Saxhleel, but her persistence, it often gets her into trouble. I wish you luck in your expedition.
Thanks, lizard bro.
The Vaka stones? Sometimes. More often I bring maps, tools, and small gifts. Friend Famia brings me things as well. Stories about the items she seeks mostly. Hairfolk rumors too. Those are very fine gifts. I do not know this word, spy. A root herald cannot serve their tribe without gathering stories and rumors. But I would not drink from another Saxliel's gourd when they were not looking. Famia tells only what she wishes to. Friends, you see.
I just need to take a moment to speak to Zukas about Eshraf and Dynia. Hopefully he knows something, or knows someone who does. In the meantime, why don't you head to the Zonmir? It's just east of here. I'll meet you there as soon as I can. Oh, I'll be fine. If anything threatens us, Zukas will take care of it. This business with Eshraf and Dynia has me worried. I'm hoping Zukas can find out if anyone's seen them. Oh, but before you leave, could you give me those Vaka stones and the sword?
Sure. Okay. Whoa. What's that?
Is it working? See there? The door awakens. Try opening it now, Zadaza.
This for. Zadaza has been peeking at this for... What did you do, Famia?
Scholarship in action, my friends. Now, let's make some discoveries.
Ah, yes. Let's get to it. We're crocodile bait out here.
Okay. That's it.
Bijou-style door release. Fascinating. Oh, a bit of help, please. Just pull that lever there. What? Push! I meant push! Ah!
Famia, are you alive?
Zadaza, you avoided the trap?
A rock fell on Zadaza's beautiful tail, but otherwise she's fine. The others fell into separate rooms.
Mara's mercy. Try to find a way around. We'll look for the...
Anything back here? Oh, man. Oh, this thing. Just in time.
Some kind of mechanical bridge? Oh, remarkable! I don't see an obvious way to lower it. It must relate to these pulleys somehow.
Yeah, probably.
Look! Those columns in the water feature the same symbols as the counterweights. A 2-ton weight pulley puzzle. I've never seen one in person.
Okay. So. Sitting egg pipe. Huh. What? Oh, I see. God, gosh darn it. Oh man. This is going awesome. That's what happens when I try to do it too fast. That's good.
That did it! Well done. At this rate, we'll find the Kajinjat crystal in no time. My friends, too. I'll stay here and try to keep Kirsteleth calm. I'm shouting, aren't I? I'm sorry. Just find that flint vine, all right?
What?
I probably should have been more specific. Yes, I believe so. For a single use, mind you. Did I mention I'm terrible at knots?
Okay, go find some vine. Gotcha.
Oh, what to do, what to do? Wait, look up there.
kind of quick. I've never seen those before.
You have the flint vine? Thank goodness.
Oh, thank you! I'm climbing up now. That was terrible. I heard shouting from across the chasm. It sounded like Varro. He needs help. I just need a moment.
All right. Rest here, but not for too long. The crystal's almost in reach. Let's go help Varro.
Stay back, you beasts!
Hold on, Varro! We're on our way! Aim for the abdomen!
That all of them? Good.
Jones, bumpy arse.
I took a real beating during the fall. Leg broke like a dry twig. Want some advice? Don't get old. Hopefully, Kirstalev can patch it up well enough for me to walk. In the meantime, you should be looking for a way out of here. And hey, thanks.
Famia's crystal is through the next door. Hop down, yes? This one will follow.
Somehow that doesn't sound like a good idea. I see fire in pits.
Exhilarating, yes? This one thinks the door is unlocked now. Give it a push.
You see? You aren't the only one who can find side passages.
Note this one's very genuine surprise.
The Kajinjat crystal! At last!
Careful, Famia. We have had enough falling and screaming for one day.
Sound advice. It should just be a matter of wedging the pressure plate and... there. Finally, we... What was that? Mars Mercy! Run!
Distracted, Walker. Zadaza will open the door.
By the root!
Biko, I like the flame traps. Draw the ooze over them. I've lit the trap. Drag the monster to it.
What in Stendar's name is that?
Drag it over here, Biko. Look, another ignites. Deadly gas. It fills the Zanmir. Run, now, before you suffocate.
The door is open.
Damn
Hurry.
Flag. I'm right behind you.
Everyone out.
A chest! We should...
Leave it, Elf. You'll never get out in time.
Right, you're right. Run!
Oh, man, I'm fine. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna make it now. I don't have time for another one, that's for sure.
Up the ladder, quickly, please. I hope you see now. I do not exaggerate about the Zanmirs. Are you all right? You are not wheezing or leaking blood from your ears. That is something, at least. A fair question. In truth, I came to rescue Famia. I will admit a certain affection for her. She is kind-hearted and loyal, like a hedge gecko or one of your tiny bark dogs. I would not want her to come to harm. I'm glad to see you safe as well.
His voice is almost familiar. Like I've heard his voice in another Bethesda game, probably.
Ha, no. Have a care with that crystal, Biko. If it is truly the Kajinjat, you should not let it jangle around in Famia's purse for long. I know that, if mishandled, it could lead to something very dangerous. So I would appreciate it if Famia stayed safe at home, for a time. It has been many long hours since my last sundoze, after all, and I try to limit my rescues to one per day.
Gotcha.
That Zukas is always so polite. I don't know where I'd be without him. Despite the mishaps, we have the No, of course not. Though some have gone worse. Anyway, we shouldn't dwell on the missteps and bungles. Need I remind you that we recovered the Kajinjat crystal? An item of immeasurable historical import. Yes, well, I had hoped to discuss that in private, provided this little misadventure hasn't driven you from the business completely. I'd like to bring you on for another task. Let me settle up here, then I'll meet you in my office in Lilmoth.
Farewell, everyone. Please, do not make me do this again.
Well, that was exciting, right?
I have never seen more spiders.
Are you joking? We nearly died.
Welcome, my friend, to Exploring with Famia.
That's hardly fair. Our last expedition was...
Spike Pit.
Well, yes, but before that...
Angry Naga Heart Eaters.
Ah, but what about that trip north? That wasn't...
Many crocodiles.
Madus lost his hand to one. Remember Madus?
Zadaza mostly remembers his screams.
Yes, but need I remind you, we acquired the Kajinjak crystal?
Good for you. As for me, I'm out. This elf is sticking to woodland adventures from now on.
Smart. I'm sitting the next one out too. Here, elf. I'll walk you home.
Are you certain you're up to it?
Ale's cheap in Lilmoth, and there's not a beast alive that's going to stand between me and a tankard right now.
Fair enough. Just take it slow, all right?
A one-legged Imperial and a wood elf fresh out of the cradle go wandering into the swamp. What could go wrong?
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Oh, an outlaw refuge. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Though the Saxhleel generally choose to live in tribes based around a history, Lilmoth is a merchant town with no true leadership. That is why there are so many travelers in this town. Deeper in the swamp, the tribes tend to be more isolated.
Alright, Famia, time to settle up.
You're here! Excellent! Welcome to the headquarters of Cyrodiilic Collections. Now, we have business to discuss, right? I hope our experience in the Zanmir hasn't put you off adventuring for good.
You talked about another job.
Yes, we'll get to that. But first, payment for services rendered. You helped me acquire the Kajinjak crystal, and recovered 2 Argonian treasures besides. Peerless work, my friend, peerless! Please, take this payment with my compliments.
Oh, that's sweet.
Now then, are you ready to discuss my offer? I certainly hope so. I honestly don't... It's my missing companions, Eshraf and Dainia, the explorers whose bags we found out in the marsh, remember? I told you I sent them to a legend. Some say it's a massive gem, others a magical egg. Either way, I fear Eshraf and Dainia's disappearance is linked to their search. Zukas agreed to look into it, and it seems he's found something. Could you speak with him?
Okay.
Zukas's message said to meet him at the Tiba Enu field in Altan Mir Halil. Tiba Enu's a local sport. I have no idea how it's played. There's a ball involved, I know that. I'm babbling, sorry. I do this when I'm nervous. Please, be careful.
What's this thing?
Honestly, Are you sure you want me to bring you into this? Eshraf and Dainia only knew its name, and now they've probably been kidnapped.
I can handle myself.
Very well. As I said, no one really knows what the Remnant is, but it's just everywhere. Tree minders whisper about it when they think no one's tucked away in poems and songs. It's always there, just below the surface.
No historical allegory there, Bethesda.
Like I said, people think it's just a legend, so they ignore it. But once serious scholars like us start asking questions, start making those first quiet discoveries, all the opportunists crawl out of their holes to take their nibbles. All the folktales imply that the Remnant shares a deep connection with the Hist, but the rest is pretty murky. Songs about the Remnant almost always end with a hero plucking it from the roots of a tree and ushering in a new golden age. Others... Well, some of the songs end with an unworthy snake swallowing the Remnant and turning into a hideous giant that ravages the land for 100 seasons. So, keep an eye out for snakes. The Nagas are a breed of our...
Nice. Hey, thanks, Chow Man. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. There's no way out.
All right,
Good day, traveler. Is there something I can, help you with?
Are you alright?
Is it that obvious? Yes, I am. Well, no, not really. I've come to ask Sulakish, a former agent of the Shadow Scales, to help arbitrate a dispute. But speaking to an assassin, even a retired one, is a terrifying prospect, to say the least.
Okay, so the Argonians have an assassin group. Just like the Dark Brotherhood, and just like the Morag Tong, and all those other guys.
Well, if you don't mind, to introduce the issue, if nothing else. The dispute is between Nurhe and Pahisa, who both claim rights to a nearby salt rice farm. They've already both agreed to accept Sulakish's decision.
Salt rice.
Thank you, Biko. You've at least given me time to work up some nerve. And please, be mindful to show Sulakish.
No need to come any closer, stranger. I can hear you just fine from there. Yet you are not Chukzu. Lost his nerve, did he? He may have a way with words, but still lacks the will to speak them. A shame. I will help with this dispute, but need you to be my eyes. As you can plainly see, I lost my sight long ago. I need evidence if I'm to properly judge. Speak with the two claimants, Norhe and Paheza. Seek their truths, yes, but also their lies. Both will help my decision. It also wouldn't hurt to check the farm itself.
Okay.
The midge lingers. Do you seek anything else?
Nope. And that's probably where I'm going to cut it off for tonight. It's 4:17 a.m. my time, so I need to go get something to eat and I need to go to bed. So thanks for watching, everybody. Please like and subscribe if you can. I always follow back when you do. And this has been Thesaurus Borealis. I'll come back tomorrow. I think I have one more day with the Elder Scrolls Online Pass, maybe. So we'll see what we can do. All right.